All right, Jason, we are swinging back around to you
God,
with
it's
the
me again.
number 4 pick. What are you taking?
Okay, I think it's not going to be one of the top games. Well, okay, it could be, but it's a very, very good game for me. I will take Star Fox 64 for the next pick. I
Whoa!
need it. I absolutely love that game. And if we keep talking about revolutions in gaming, I think the first game with Rumble came with a Rumble pack. All the DualShocks and Forward, they all have it. But even though that game is really, really short, and you can beat it in like less than an hour, even on the hardest difficulty, I think it's super polished. Everything about it is great. There's voice acting, characters are cool. I love it. It's so good, and it's just a fun game. Like, it's complete from start to finish. It's stellar. And if you haven't played it, there's N64 Classic. It's going to be on there, so like you'll enjoy it at some point.
It is the pinnacle of the Star Fox series. And yes, It is short, but you can play that game over and over again. So fun.
Yep.
It does have multiplayer, which is okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that single player mode is so good. It also was the first game to use the Rumble pack.
Yeah, it is. Oh God, such a good game. And like, I mean, I know all three of these games so far, and Star Fox is the fourth, they all have just really good music. And I just think about going back to my childhood playing it. It's great.
Do a barrel roll.
Right, exactly.
Sorry, someone had to do it.
It spawned so many memes. Yeah.
JJ, do you have any sort of affinity for Star Fox 64?
I actually do. I've never played Star Fox.
What?
64. Man,
See,
I'm
and
just
like,
strike three. There we go.
Yeah, right. You're out. I think if you look at what you said before with moving to 3D, like the jump from one, and then technically now we have two to look at with the SNES Classic. But going into that game, like it's just so good, and it's such an improvement from the SNES one. And it's everything about it's really solid, and I think you'll enjoy it if it's on it. If the N64 Classic exists and it's on there, you will definitely enjoy it.
Now, didn't they release it on the 3DS, or was that a different Star Fox?
Yeah, they did. No, they did.
Okay.
They did.
Because I might have that. I think I have that.
Okay.
It's slightly upscaled too, and if you have it, that's good because it's a hard game to find.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna debate Star Fox 64 being in the top 15. I just think burning your number 4 pick on Star Fox is, I think it's a little high. It's a little high.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your list. That's high.
I know. See, I think so too. And like, there's other games that I know y'all have picked too. But like, if I'm making this is the one that I want on there, and I can only get 5 games, I want that game on.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. Maybe we go into the 6th round. But
yeah.
All right, moving on with the 5th pick. You left this one on the table. I'm going with GoldenEye 007.
My curse is already on it. I was like, they're going to take that. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, man. I am so glad to have this one on my list. Although, personally, I would probably take another game that may end up being drafted later. But it is one of the most definitive first-person shooters of all time. It arguably hasn't held up very well today, but at the time, it was such a revelation in game design, where first-person shooters were like Doom and Wolfenstein, where you just kind of ran through corridors really fast, just shooting everything in sight. And GoldenEye put you in the shoes of James Bond. You had objectives, you were sneaking around, you were trying to do, like, break security codes and then sneak through doors, and it really gave you that spy experience in a way that video games had not immersed you in that type of role before. And then the multiplayer, oh my goodness, 4-player split screen, just thousands of hours I've spent with friends and family playing that game to death. Facility, pistols only, proximity mines are so busted, just so much fun.
Yeah. See, I'm just thinking, like, if it was something that I would want to play again, I don't know if I specifically want to play GoldenEye again. Even if it is multiplayer, 4 players, like, and I get it, but like, I see the revolution and why it's good, and I'm not discounting GoldenEye for anything. It's just like, I don't know. I think that's why I skipped over it. Also, I think Perfect Dark is superior in every possible respect.
Agreed.
But that's just me.
But within the context of making a Nintendo 64 classic, I think that GoldenEye's got to be the one.
Yeah, they would pick it over Perfect Dark, which is wrong, but they would do that.
Agreed. But with I can't burn Perfect Dark on the 5th pick.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right, JJ.
I played GoldenEye quite a bit, not as much as Mario Kart, so it was definitely on one of my picks. But that it's if they can get Rare It was Rare that made that, right?
Yeah.
If they can work something out with Microsoft, which I'm guessing they would have to, because there were games on the NES and NES Classic that I think they probably had to do throw a little cash the way of the publishers or something. So I'm sure that it's got to be on the classic, the N64 Classic. Got to be.
All right.
All right. So mine, we're getting down to I didn't have a lot to begin with because at some point in the N64's life, I switched to PlayStation. I know that's like a betrayal, but I was like Final Fantasy VII. But I would probably put F-Zero X as my next, because that game is I am hoping that there is an F-Zero game coming to the Switch, because as much as I've tried some of these other like Wipeout and those kind of games, it just doesn't feel like F-Zero to me. And there was that one game on the Switch that came out around launch. No, it's that one's not out yet, I don't think. There's one that came out around launch time.
Oh, okay.
I cannot remember the name of it, but I did buy that game as well.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I mean, I bought that because it looks like F-Zero, but I'm like, it doesn't feel like F-Zero.
Fast RMX, that's the game.
Yes, that's it. Fast RMX. And it's like, I just want an F-Zero. I want another F-Zero. I mean, the Mario Kart 8 track of it's Mute City and the music and all that. I'm just like, this is as close as I'm going to get to F-Zero for now. But it's so I'm hopeful. But that's F-Zero X. It's got to be on the N64. I mean, I think I bought it on the Wii. Was it on the Wii U Virtual Console before they shut the Wii?
Think so. Yeah.
Before they shut the Wii eShop off.
I think it's on there.
I made sure to grab it before. But yeah, so I have got it, but I need it. I need a new one. But N64, it's got to be on there. It's my number 3 pick. So
I think if you look at the N64 and just think of racing games, you're gonna think of Mario Kart, and I feel like the only other choice is really F-Zero. Maybe you could stretch I like Cruis'n USA or something, but
no, that game's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of launched N64, but it's not good.
I'm so glad. I had that really high on my list. I was concerned that it wouldn't make it on here at all. I'm glad it's on here. I think some people will debate F-Zero X being the number 6 pick, to which I say those people suck, because F-Zero X is a fantastic game. It's so good.
Their opinions don't count. They haven't played it.
That's what it means.
It's so good.